Anyways, sorry, that video cut me off after about 15 minutes. But, so this is part 2. Anyways, by the time I got to my third foster home, you know, they allowed pretty much virtually no contact at first. And, at first you could understand it due to, kid just moving into the new foster home. And that they wanted to get me settled in. Sure, that may have been one of the ideas, but what they don't know, but at the same time, what my family didn't know, but at the same time did know, at least did know, later on, is, while they weren't allowing me to talk, to have contact with my family, they were also talking shit, talking about how they abandoned me, they left me. If they really loved me, why did they keep them? Why would they just cast me out like that? And it's like they especially really drilled it into my aunt. And I ain't proud to admit this, but for a while, even after I thought I already forgave her, and a little bit later down the road, it turned out I actually didn't. Because a little bit later down the road, I found out exactly why I was so hurt, and exactly like one of the biggest issues I had with life is, I looked at my cousins, and I didn't see her just casting them out. And I realized it's because the way I saw it, and for the record, my cousins did end up spending some time living at their dad's. But it's like I kind of just refused to pay attention to that aspect. So the way I saw it was, how easy was it for her to throw me out? She explained how it was so hard, but I wasn't willing to accept it. And I apologize for that. I know that was wrong of me. And, well, I was thinking about that, I was wondering if I was, if my mom wasn't my mom and she actually was my mom, would she have still casted me out? If it's a lot harder if the blood's 100% instead of just 75. But yeah, that's life in foster care. That's what it did to my head. And as far as the pills, they promised me, they introduced they said it was this new drug that worked way better than Ritalin. Now here's the thing, if Ritalin worked as good as what they said it would, and denied all claims that Ritalin was in fact speed, or meth, or whatever you guys want to call it, then why is it that you felt the need to make a new drug and start dissing on the old one like that? And this one was supposed to be one, they said, it is so good that for for the whole time that we have you on here, it could be for the rest of your life or until you turn 18 and can make the decision for yourself whether you want to still be on these pills. They promised me 1 pill a day. That was it. It was 1 pill. And well, I said, okay. Biggest mistake of my life. And I even knew better. For those of you who are paying attention to part 1. At this time, I was 10 years old. We didn't even wait a whole year before the dosage was all the way up to 2. And I developed a case of insomnia. Doctors will try to deny it. Any doctor that's ever seen me will try to deny it that's been involved in the medicating of me. And I'll tell you one thing. To get in the Job Corps, I made the mistake of saying, yes, I did have an IEP, so then they wanted to see what medication I was on and whether I still need to take it. You go to OHSU. In fact, since I think I need to be there to get it, call me up, I'll meet you there, and I will walk down there with you. And I will show you the medical record. There is a medical record that leads all the way up till I turned. This is what's supposed to be my complete medical record too. It goes all the way up until I turn 10. In fact, it just cuts off about the time that I was in my 3rd foster home, when they were able to take full control and put me on the drugs. And OHSU just doesn't have those records. And any hospital that I've been to, I've looked, they do not have those records. They can't find them at all. But DHS does. And check this out. Here's some funny shit. I decided to go to them to get my medical record from them. And the caseworker said, there are some files we cannot show you because of conflict of interest and the Privacy Act. Yeah, 2 laws that grant them permission not to give me information that is my own goddamn business. And I'm a Christian, I just said goddamn. And that information, see, the drugs wasn't the only shasty thing that DHS pulled on me. But all the information that seems to be missing in my report all has to do with all the little fucked up things they did. All the normal things where I'm living with my Aunt Michelle, yeah, they have that on record. They were happy to give that to me. But anything that they could that I know damn well that I could use and find incriminating, they weren't willing to give that to me. It's like these people got something to hide. But hey, I'm pretty sure that there might be a DHS worker or foster parent who ain't dumb and just and knows how they're getting paid for this too. But just anybody works for this whole corrupt temple we call the government. Tell me, what did you do to me that was so bad that you gotta cover it up? What are you hiding? Please, I'd like to know. Because that medication, by the time I turned 14, I was on 2 methylene and 1 trazodone in the morning for breakfast. At this time, yeah, because I was in foster care, tax-paying money not only paid for my medication, you know, that little percentage of taxes that they cut from the police officers' wages, who are supposed to be getting this stuff off the streets. Which makes me wonder, don't you cops feel insulted? Yeah. By the way, throughout my whole mission here, you find they insult a lot of our intelligence. But anyways, at night, actually it wasn't even at night, it was right when I got home from school at 3. When the doctor said dinner, they thought it was when my foster mom's idea of what time dinner was, which is at 3:20. They thought that was when I had to do the nightly dose. So then I ended up not being able to do my homework because I was zombified at this point. And then I'd go to bed early, sleep for about a few hours, and then I'm up the rest of the night. And then hella slow the next day. And they're wondering why. And for some reason, this has actually been going on before the dosage even got that high. And you want to know what their suggestion was each time? Oh, he needs more. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Give him some more pills. That'll help. And anyways, what a lot of people don't realize is I suffer from mental illnesses. But I will tell you this, if you are one of those people who suffer from mental illness, if you want to know how to get over that, don't fight it. Just accept it. Because the more you fight it, the more it's going to fight back. And the harder it's going to fight back. If you just accept that shit, accept it, accept that as, who you are, but don't let it be who you are. But, just accept you for what you are. And then you'll see in the end that you're no longer fighting it, and thus it will not fight you. It's really as simple as that. I'm proof. But I'm paranoid schizophrenia. I have alter egos. And if you want proof on how my little strategy that is explained, well, it's been years since I've had an alter take over. I think I'm onto something here. What's funny is all my issues that I've solved, there are issues that psychologists have failed to solve. But these were state-appointed psychologists, for the reference. Funny. But yeah. So, this being said, why I'm doing this, because of my experience with foster care, I cannot, in all good conscience, just sit there and allow another kid to go through what I went growing up. I refuse. In fact, I believe this is not only treason to us as a country. Yes, I do say that by doing this you are betraying your own country to give drugs to kids like that. That is treason, worthy of, yes, I'll say it, death. I believe that's what the Constitution says. And not only that, but another crime worthy of death. Crimes against humanity. So me, what I plan on getting out of this is taking this whole thing down, then rebuilding it up for our children. Give them a good future, not what we got.